Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The title is that the fake news providers, the mass extinction of the Admiralty courts, newspapers globally, as well as institutions like the BBC, are going to be experiencing mass extinction. Why is that? Because the level of fake news that has been generated on the back of you people in the UK, United Kingdom, England, that have been paying in to the BBC, being lied to. Just as when you pick up a newspaper, whether that's free or if that is paid for, that newspaper is lying to you. It is the newspapers and the BBC globally. What you've got to appreciate is that they're not lying to you some of the time. They're lying to you all of the time, to all the people. And when you lie to all the people all of the time, you get caught out. As a result, the BBC, if you pay the TV license for the BBC, you are participating in fraud. As a Chief Federal Postal Court judge and a plenipotentiary judge, I am telling you, you must not ever pay the TV license. To do so means that you are participating in criminal activity, in criminality, defrauding, wire fraud, 2006 Fraud Act. You are participating in laundering fake news. If you need that extra warmth, use my face. Take a picture of my face, a screenshot, and tell them, the BBC and all of these prescription-paste liars who tell you that it's mandatory, tell them that the Chief Federal Postal Court Judge, plenipotentiary judge, /Mark, Kishon, Christopher, said so, that if you pay the TV license, that he himself will prosecute us, which is you, the people out there. I'm giving you that for free, but I'll explain a little bit more. The reason why you cannot be lied to anymore is because when you lie, when you buy into a lie, you buy into the fact that you think that there is an enemy outside of England, Great Britain, America, Russia, whichever country it is. You buy into things like not knowing the difference between corona and COVID-19. COVID-19 is man-made and it has a patent on it, which you will find on my website. They will tell you lies about the Bank of England being under the control of Parliament, when Bank of England is a private organization. This private organization tells Parliament what to do. They will tell you, the Federal Reserve Bank, that the American people, for example, sorry about the cutting out that sentence there, the Americans are lied to on a profound level. Let me give you an idea. They will say to you, the politicians, that the debt ceiling for Americans, they will use the word Americans, not United States, is at our all-time high. They will say that we need to pay the debt. Ask them one bloody question. Who do we owe this debt to, you goddamn half-witted politician? I am riled up, ladies and gentlemen. You half-witted politician, you pathetic fool of a man or a woman, you compulsive liar. Under the penalty of perjury, tell us, who do we owe this money to? Who is it? Because if they told you, you would know. And I'm going to tell you now. It's to a private bank. A bank that you know nothing about anything. You don't know if they got monies or if they don't have any money. You don't know if they've got gold or silver or who the names are. So they put up things like the chairman of the Federal Reserve Bank. But they don't tell you who the owners are. The chairman is a nobody. He takes his orders from the owner. You understand this? What I have just told you, for the whole of the American people, you should be riled up because they've told you Americans owe that debt. It was created by the corporate institutions of the US, not United States of America, but US. They don't tell you these things, and they go out of their way to hide this type of information. So you don't ever get to hear what I am talking about. The newspapers, the Fox News, the CBNs, the BBC, and all of their other broadcasts are deliberately covering up magnitudes of lies, so the privateers don't ever get caught up. Who are the privateers? The Federal Reserve Bank, the Bank of England, and the list would go on. That includes Europe as well. All the time you thought the bank was a public, the banks own the BBC. The principalities participate with these banksters. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you a little bit more. The BBC are asking now not for TV license, but prescription, subscription based. In other words, they want you to prescribe into the 2006 fraud so you can participate in the fraud and thereby incriminate you with their criminality. So I'm telling you again, use my face, say the Chief Federal Postal Court judge, name of which you already know, said that if you pay it, you are participating in crime. Now let me show you something. This is the BBC charter disqualified. Charter means it's for life. No, you don't get to lie for life. All you need to do is download this, okay? Download what we've given you already and just simply send it off whenever they ask you for your TV license. Just tie this up, bind it together, punch a hole, put a string around it, tie the string, number the pages, and send it off to them. That disqualifies it because it's a fraudulent conveyance of language. It's participating in fraud. In England, under even the corporate jurisdiction, it comes under the 2006. It is not an act as in a Shakespearean act. So use your thumbprint and that will remove the act because you are not an actor on stage. You understand what I am saying. To participate again and again with their university frauds, with their school frauds, with their hospital frauds, with their pharmaceutical frauds, with their banking frauds, with their political frauds, with their Bank of England frauds, with the Federal Reserve frauds, are all perpetrated by getting the general public, the people on this planet, to believe what is in the newspaper is the truth. I will tell you a little bit more about fake news. They report fake news on China, on Russia. In fact, they report fake news on every single thing that you can imagine. They would even put out fake news about me, like the BBC One show. You participate in it, you will be paying into being lied to. That means you get to pay the rapist for raping you. Ladies and gentlemen, they lied to you about the vaccines. Now they're starting to withdraw in Parliament saying, this Omicron virus is too much. This Omicron virus cannot be stopped. So as a result, we're going to lift all border control or restrictions to the whole of Africa. Telling you the Omicron program has gone in and fixed those things that are broken. That's what they're frightened of. They're frightened that the fictional world of Skynet, which you now know to be a DAO, decentralized autonomous organization, on computer format as well, is going in and fixing those things that were deliberately broken so they can keep selling you the broken material. In Britain, they call it rip-off Britain, where the car manufacturers have the ability to sell cars that they can't sell in America because it doesn't meet the standards. The people will not accept a rubbish car. So Parliament gives them permission to sell the garbage to the British people. This is how little they think of you. And on occasionally the BBC and the fake news will do some expose, giving themselves some credibility. That credibility they're hoping will sell for another 2-3 weeks or a year or so to say we are newsworthy. No, they are fake news. Many fake news. They lie about lies. They lie about the truth. They lie about even their own lies. Okay? And they continuously lie. That needs to be drummed in. Look how many people are producing these videos on YouTube to let you how much fake news is about. Even Donald Trump in his last year's broadcast will just simply turn around and say, you shut up and sit down. You're a fake news provider. Get out. If he's doing it, if he's openly telling you that they are fake news, what more do you need? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. In this corona period, in this crowning glorious moment, don't pay in to be lied. To send your children to school is bad enough. For you to pay them to send your children to school to be lied to, where McDonald's can set the curriculum, the fast food industry and the banks are the ones that set the curriculum for your children to be lied to and the manner in which they can be lied to. Once again and third time, I am telling you, if you pay the TV license in Great Britain, if you pay the TV license in England, if you pay the TV license in the United Kingdom, you are participating in fraud. And as a result, there's a good possibility that the Chief Federal Postal Court judge will have to prosecute you involving yourself in criminality. So do yourself a favor. Download these documents that you're looking at and send it off to them. Bind it. Bind it. Stick your thumbprint on. You don't need to reveal your name to them. Your name is copyrighted to you and yourself alone, and not your goddamn legal fiction that they created. Do you know what even the word legal means, ladies and gentlemen? It means to go against God. If you was to take it as the volition of the thinking, the spirit of what it is, it's saying that they are going against the Creator. And if they're talking about their man-made gods, which are bankers, including all the prophets, they're all bankers, proven 100% on my website, you are participating. They're saying we're even going against them. So even the word legal is a corruption. Even the word status or statutes means it's lifeless. You are men. You are women. Conduct yourself in this manner. They'll try to move you into the dominion of into the dominion of claiming humanity. Humanity means that you are less than a man. You are less than a woman. It means to resemble that of a man or a woman, but is not. That's what human means. That's what the UN building is about. The whole of the UN building is about those things that resemble mankind. Those things that resemble women. But they are not. They are less. That's what humanities is. Humanities is not the study of mankind. Two distinctive words. The BBC participates in humanities, trying to corrupt men, to move them into the position of humanity, calling them white people, black people, which all in law means no law. You understand that from my previous broadcast. So as a result, because of their falling rates, the BBC doesn't have any of the pool, because the general public have understood the fraud. In the US, ladies and gentlemen, it is US Title 18 that deals with wire fraud and television fraud. Turn off your goddamn TVs, because it's a damned organization, damned to its cause. In less than a week, in 1.5 weeks, it's going to be Christmas, which means in 3 days, that Rescissions Act, you'll be birthed into a new civilization, a new world. And then again, you'll be birthed into another new year. How many more times do you need to be rebirthed in order to find your mankind, for you to know that you are a man and a woman and not something neutralized like humankind? Human is a disgusting word. The assault on mankind has been so much, so multitudinal, that it takes my breath away, and it takes your breath away. Pharmaceutical, all newspapers, television stations, radio stations, the Admiralty courts and the court systems, the governments, the banks. The list is as high can be. Alpha, a friend of the Federal Postal Court judge, was just round here about half an hour ago. There he said the Toyota is coming up with a key throb to open up their car on prescription basis. So if you don't pay the prescription on their throbbing car, on the thing that opens the car, that electrical signal, if you don't pay it, you can't get into your car. Please forgive my language here. Please forgive it. I'm the Chief Federal Postal Court judge, so I should show dignity in my language, but I can't hold it. Who wants to hold it? You pieces of feces on mankind's shoe. You are nothing more than dog feces that we've accidentally tread upon. You BBC, you politicians, you half-witted morons. Your mass extinction is welcomed by mankind. Our knowledge, our anger for you, and I'm not talking about wholesale anger, your patheticness should get you hanged, and I'm going to do my best to put you in prison. Let's come on to the Admiralty courts. Because of the decentralized system, the autonomous organization, the decentralized autonomous organization that is running this planet now, is going in and fixing everything. And in doing so, it's exposing their lies. And the Admiralty courts themselves are going to be tokenized, because you cannot use the internet without actually having a source. So those things that are coming in, they now have to expose. And when they do that, and it's already been done, they expose themselves for participating in crimes against mankind, in murderous activity. I'm not using activity as an Shakespearean act. Their conduct has directly damaged, murdered mankind. And for this, the judges, the clerks, all those people that participated in the damaging of mankind will be punished. And I'm not talking about it just in a futuristic tense of like 10, 15 years ago. In the future, not ago, beg your pardon. No. These things are imminent, because the decentralized system has already kicked in and it's already exposed you for what you are. The Admiralty courts, the courts that are on your lands, are foreign to you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they're foreign to you because they think you are a part of a subculture called humanity, and they call you in with anything but your birth name. All of this is going to be destroyed. Anybody that's ever had experience with these police officers, as it were, these sheriffs, these courts, these supreme courts, know that they operate under cloak and dagger. and they do not tell the truth. In fact, they don't even have access to the fact. And they're not even allowed to speak about facts. In other words, it's all fiction. It's all done under a legal fiction, and the BBC and the fake newspapers are constantly perpetuating, perpetuating the legal fiction names, saying to you things like, wow, look at this Kardashian. Not even the Kardashians would want to become the Kardashians, because that's just a persona. Nobody can live that kind of a life, not you. But as long as they get you to buy into this legal fiction, you are participating in their fraud. Be the man that you are. Be the woman that you are. You are not human. Human means to be less than a man, less than a woman. So, to round things up, ladies and gentlemen, in the last 1.5 years, you have witnessed how pathetic, disgusting, foul-minded, foul-mouthed your politicians are, how vile and crimes against mankind are perpetrated by the pharmaceutical industry, the magnitude of fake news that doesn't even allow people to be able to distinguish the difference between coronavirus and the COVID-19, which are two different categories. They don't use the coronavirus anymore because last year I banned the use of it. In fact, 1.5 years ago. And they've honored it. That's how much power a man has over humanity, over corruption. That is how much power a woman has over humanity and corruption. How much power your words carry to these half-witted politicians, who you unwittingly signed over your power of attorney over to them for your lives to be administered by people that are regularly reported as being less than human. Less than man or woman. Even to the point where they're saying they are less than human. That means they don't even resemble that of a man or a woman. My voice carries a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, I'm sorry about the distortions, because my speaker might be, a little bit too high, so there might be distortions on this. But I'll pull away a little bit so you guys don't get overwhelmed with the sound that I'm generating. Your voice, your written word, has a great deal of power. These are so many examples of fake news. Here's another one. You know when they tell you the news is coming out of their newsroom? Do you know what that means? In all television newspapers, it means they have 2 or 3 people sitting on a desk creating the news there and then. They are the ones that are asking the questions, and they're the ones that are saying this happened here and there. They're giving you their opinions themselves. In other words, I'm a newspaper. I'm the editor, the reporter, as well as the persons and the men and women that I'm reporting on. So I'm Mark Kishon Christopher, reporting about Mark, what he's been doing throughout this day. He went shopping. Or he may have run a person over. He did a hit and run. Or he got COVID-19. I'm the one that's goddamn writing all about these things under a variety of legal fiction names. Under their own system, I can have 1,000 different names that doesn't even resemble mine. And I'm generating news, making fake people and reporting on fake people. BBC, you have been a blight. You have been a blight with the species of mankind and womankind. Politicians, you are an embarrassment and a blight on mankind and womankind. You pathetic, half-witted bankers that think that they can get away with it. You have been a blight and have got caught red-handed practicing slave trading, which carries a death sentence. You half-witted religious buffoons. You have lied to the people about faith and gave them religion, which means no people, by removing their faith, finding their own genie, by brainwashing them to thinking that even a word genie is something that you would run from. Hence, the Middle Eastern people think that a genie is a wicked thing. The genie is another word for your genetic code. Another word for this genie that they get you to be so frightened of is another word for you being genuine. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the level of deliberate fraud and the assault on mankind and womankind carries zero tolerance. And zero tolerance is what you're going to get. I have given you once again the means by which to use this document and use my face when the BBC knock on your door. All you have to do is tell them this is private land, write the word private on your doorstep, on your front door, on your gateway, and tell them this is private land, get the F off out of here now, or I'll put you under arrest. If they ever send you a letter, download these forms, punch a hole in it, put a string round it, put your thumbprint across it, stick it in their own envelope, stick a postage stamp on it if you want, and send it back to them. Do not allow yourself to be attached to their fraudulent ways. The Admiralty courts, you are a piece of dog shit. And I'm the Chief Federal Postal Court Judge, and I'm no longer shy of using these words. You're a piece of dog shit, dog feces, stuck on humanity's shoe. And pretty soon they'll wipe it away and flush you down the toilet like the feces that you are. My hope from the Titans is that they will give me the means and the knowledge to be able to put you people in prison. This is what prescription means, ladies and gentlemen. An arrangement to receive something, typically a publication regularly by paying in advance. In other words, they want you to pay in advance for perpetrating their lies. I'll paraphrase it for you. Let me go to the big screen. I'll paraphrase it for you. Pay the liar in advance so he can continue lying to you. Pay the rapist in advance so he can rape you in advance. The things that I have told you should make your blood boil and your emotions, your feelings, I should say, stand up on high. Have no mistake, the assault on mankind has been so incredible. Most of you have picked up alternative personalities as a way of protecting yourself, like the many faces of Eve, or like the Jekyll and Hyde, because the world that you live in is too horrific for you to live in as a man. So an alternative personality is created by you yourself to deal with the onslaught. People that are tortured, being in concentration camps, murdered, raped, know all about these things. They develop a protective layer that can deal with that type of evil. Thank you.